Okay, hi guys. So I posted that and so many people asked me advice and there's no way I can text everybody and message them back. So I'm gonna make a quick video. If you have any questions, message me and I would love to explain. I'm very passionate about this. I work in I'm a nurse practitioner and I'm very passionate about this with my patients and just like my friends and family. So never an inconvenience, please ask me. So I'm just going to give you some quick things that I do in my house, always have done. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to talk about is supplements. I always get messages about what supplements, and vitamins can be like so overwhelming, guys. There's so many, they're expensive. I totally understand. So I could talk a long time about this, but I'm going to tell you the two that I do every day for my immune system. Vitamin C. I love this brand, Garden of Life. Two things. Make sure you research the brand of vitamins that you're using, because some of them have a lot of binders in them and that just fills them, and they're just not, it's just like basically swallowing a pill for no reason. Like it does nothing for your body. I like liquid vitamins, especially vitamin C, because it's absorbed better in the body. It's easier on the body to absorb. And then I do liquid vitamin B12. Those are my two go-tos for immune system support. Now, I get this all the time. Callie, I can't afford vitamins. Okay, well, this is a great option to do is if you have flexible spending accounts with your insurance, I would look into them because a lot of those will cover some vitamins, which is great. Prenatal vitamins are covered. A lot of vitamin C's are covered. So look into that. Another thing that I do every single morning is I do essential oils. Some people are kind of thinks it's hoaxy. I don't push this on anybody because it is an investment. They are expensive. What I will say about it, I do a wellness blend every day with thieves, frankincense, and lemon. I do it on our spines and our feet. What I will say about them is if you are going to do it, do a brand like doTERRA or Young Living. I do Young Living. They are trustworthy companies. Even like at Target, they say like organic, do not buy those. Oh my gosh, they have like so much toxic crap in them. And that's why they're cheaper. That's why the other brands are so expensive. So it's an investment. I never push it on people. I am no expert. I took a class in like essential oil healing for my practice so I could be certified. So if you have questions, I know some things, but honestly, some of the Young Living reps know more than me. They just like live it, breathe it. Awesome. So I would go to them. I only know like very minimal stuff. I know more stuff for like clinical practice versus at home. Okay, my next one is water. Water's free, so you can't give me that excuse. I try to drink 1 to 2 liters a day. It's so good for the body. It helps with energy. It detoxes the body. It is hard for people, I know, but just like make it a challenge. Like today I'm going to drink 1 liter, or today I'm going to drink 8 glasses, or just start with the little things and advance like as much as you can. Next thing I do is nutrition. Nutrition is so important. I could go on and on about nutrition, just kind of what our lifestyle is. My husband and I are vegetarians. We eat fish very regularly. Actually, we're more vegans. We're like very lax vegans because we basically, the only thing we don't eat is, the one thing we do eat is fish. Like we don't eat cheese. We eat eggs sometimes. See, like we're like fake vegans. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a vegan. But I have been blessed where I was raised in a home where my family grew their own veggies and like really taught about nutrition. I mean, my parents were very healthy. Solomon did not necessarily grow up in that. So it was a huge adjustment when we got married. And he is like the best person to talk to about because he's the one that encourages me now to like eat like healthy sometimes because he just can't stand the way he feels when he does it. For me, like I have no problem with meats like chickens and turkeys and stuff like that, especially when they're organic. My body doesn't do well with them. It puts a lot of stress under my digestive system. I don't do well. So it's definitely a person by person thing, like how you feel with them. But honestly, the best thing you can do is just cut out like processed stuff. I get it. Like we're busy. A lot of us have kids. Sorry, this godforsaken nursery rhyme show that Ruby likes. let me turn it down. It's so horrendous. But what was I saying? Oh, processed food. So the more you can have of fruits and veggies, beans, quinoa, lentils, like just whole foods, the better. And, I have what we do here in the Grimes home is we juice a lot. And that is because I love juicing, because you can put a whole apple, orange, bunch of celery, a bunch of spinach in one drink, where I could never eat that throughout the day. I would just be too full and just feel like, ugh. So I love that, because you're getting all those nutrients in that 1 cup of juice. So it's great. People tell me all the time, juicing is so expensive. It is expensive. It can be. I love to give these tips. 1, Kroger, I know for a fact, has a spot where they have like old fruits and veggies that are about to be like spoiled. And those are awesome for juicing, because they don't really have to taste, crisp and fermented like juice. Also, juicers can be very expensive, but the one I found the key is to get a slow macerating juicer. They're the best to get like all the nutrients out. I got mine on Amazon for like $80. And there was an option, if on Amazon, there's an option that says like buy used or messed up boxes. There were some on there for like $50, and it works great. I mean, it's not some like fancy juicer, but it works great. So those are like on my nutrition. I could literally make a 50-minute video on nutrition, and like, I'm just passionate. But like, the one piece of advice I can give you is like, if you eat processed foods and all that stuff, do not say the next day, I'm just cutting out everything. I'm going to be fruits and veggies only, because it's not going to last. Like, just make small, simple steps. Like today, we're going to have one vegetarian meal, or tomorrow we're going to, like just simple, small changes. And then you eventually just bring more and more and more changes to your diet. And then it becomes a lifestyle. This is not a quick fix. This is not something. And also, like, all these things I'm telling you about your immune system, you can't just do them one day and then think they're going to work. Like, this is an everyday thing. This is a lifestyle. This is a whole changing on how you're living. What else am I going to say? Oh, exercise. Something I'm also very passionate about. And you don't have to have some fancy gym membership or anything like that. Go out for a walk. All you need is 30 minutes a day. People get this misconception. I'm just passionate about this because I'm a mother and I work full time. I don't have time to go to the gym for an hour and a half. 30 minutes is all I have. And so 30 minutes a day, whether that's going on a walk, doing yoga, doing lifting, anything like that, 30 minutes is all you need. Some days I get longer, but like 30 minutes is all you need, guys. And also the same thing with nutrition. If you don't exercise, don't say this week I'm going to exercise 7 days, hardcore, hour and 45 minutes. That's just not realistic. Start with 30 minutes walk for 3 to 4 days a week. It's just seriously about slowly progressing into these lifestyles. I have patients that have diabetes, hypertension, on all these medications. And they just are like, all right, my A1C is up, so I'm going to just go on this fad diet. I'm going to work out 3 hours a day. And it's just like, that is not realistic for anybody. So even the most disciplined person, it's not realistic. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about exercise. There's YouTube is like, you type in free, like workout on YouTube, you can have a YouTube video. It doesn't have to be some fancy thing. Move your body, do body weights, do squats, anything. If you want like advice on like an exercise, also message me. I can give you like a quick little workout plan or something. That's what I do for my husband. But, and then the last thing that I think is so important is stress. Stress is so hard on the body. I have never been more sick in my entire life than this past year when Ruby got diagnosed. And it is all because of stress, lack of sleep, stress. Another thing that can be very stressful on your body is liquor. I've seen like so many people drinking so much more. And I understand, like, I'm not going to like really go into that, but alcohol is so stressful on the body. It's so stressful on the liver and everything. So And then sleep is so important for me. Like, my spirituality is very important in how I manage stress. I have this whole philosophy that spiritually, physically, and mentally, like, all three of those facets have to be together in order to like live in homeostasis. So, for me, it's spending time in the Word, it's worshiping, whether it's being with friends, family. That's obviously hard during the COVID-19 time. But I have so many women especially, and I think it's women just because more than men, because just how we're created, and also just like mothering and all of that stuff. And not even mothers, just people working, they're not out of their job, and they just have this like overwhelming stress they've been dealing with. For me, first of all, exercise is the best thing for me when I get super anxious. And then eating and drinking plenty of water, limiting your caffeine, all of that. So I think stress is really important. Don't watch the media for 5 hours a day, because they're going to just make you seem like the world is ending. So those are my keys in the immunity. So like a recap: water, 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 water. I do vitamin D, B12 is the best thing for immunity. If you want more on supplements, I can let you know via message. Nutrition, just try and incorporate as much whole foods, vegetables, fruits, beans. I know people tell me all the time, like, they're so expensive. You can go buy 10 for 10 frozen veggies or beans in a can. Obviously, it's kind of hard right now, though, with COVID-19, because people have bought that stuff out. So that kind of just is a whole nother issue. But reducing your stress, exercise. So those are like the simple things that I do, simple starts. If you want more information on in-depth things, please feel free to message me. I'm very passionate about this. And I think the reason why I am is just because I work in the healthcare industry, and I see the flaws and the good things about our system. And I just wanted to be a voice of change in it, that not everything has to have a pill. There are things that we can do to be proactive. And with the COVID-19, it is so serious. Trust me, I take it serious. My daughter literally has cancer and is going through chemotherapy. She has no immune system. But there are things that people can do to really build up their immune system to help fight this and build herd immunity to it. And I will say I will say this too. Ruby, I do these things every single day with Ruby, and Ruby has not had one port infection, not one fever. And I believe that it's also the hand of God on her life, but it's also the things that we're doing at home. So I love you all. If you have any more questions, sorry if I was super awkward. I've never done anything like this before. Please feel free to message me. I'm by no means an expert, but I am not going to be someone who preaches something to my patients and not live that way. I cannot stand that. I preach what I live every single day. So I know that these things work because they've worked for my family. So if you have any questions, please, please, please message me. And it's not an inconvenience at all. I love this kind of stuff. So God bless you all and have such a good day. Bye.